Hi there, everyone. Next to the renowned Ludo in Hanoi on the left is me, Lix, on the right. We are at his exquisite jewelry shop and showroom. Believe it or not, this true story has all the elements of a fairy tale. Ludo, a young Belgian, made a daring move to Pyongyang, North Korea in 1988, where he founded a diamond cutting and jewelry manufacturing company, successfully managing it until early 1997. As a sociable and charismatic bachelor, he was well liked among the city's small foreign community. Here he is on the right, pictured with friends in Pyongyang in 1988. He may have even caught the attention of North Korean women, though that, of course, remains a state secret. Ludo's life took a new direction when he fell in love with Phuong, a Vietnamese university student in Pyongyang. Their love led to marriage, seen here, and a move to Hanoi, where he continued expanding his business. A talented jewelry designer, Phuong helped him grow the company. Together they built a thriving business and a loving family, raising a son and daughter. Beyond work, Ludo has cultivated friendships and pursued his passions, including golf and beer. He is also a partner in a respected brewery. Ludo's time in North Korea coincided with one of the country's darkest periods, the so-called Arduous March, a devastating famine caused by economic collapse, natural disasters and dwindling foreign support. When the Soviet Union dissolved in 1991, North Korea lost its largest economic and political backer. China also scaled down assistance, making it increasingly difficult for Pyongyang to secure fuel, machinery and raw materials. Severe droughts and floods exacerbated the crisis, leading to widespread starvation that reportedly claimed hundreds of thousands of lives. The public distribution system PDS collapsed, forcing citizens to find ways to survive on their own. Electricity blackouts were frequent, factories halted production, and underground markets slowly emerged, many led by women selling handmade clothing and cookies. To ease its economic crisis, North Korea experimented with market reforms in Rason, near the Chinese border, hoping to replicate China's Shenzhen model of success. The special economic zone offered foreign investors greater flexibility than Pyongyang, where Ludo ran his business. Today, Rason is better known for tourism and casinos than foreign-owned factories. Operating a business in North Korea meant being constantly monitored, not just by North Korean authorities, but also by South Korean intelligence. Since the Korean peninsula was divided after World War II, North and South remained locked in a tense rivalry. During his business trips to Beijing, South Korean agents, just as they had with others, approached Ludo, hoping to recruit him as an informant. But Ludo refused. He had no interest in espionage. His focus was on building a successful, legitimate business. Now let's dive deeper into Ludo's remarkable journey, his challenges, his triumphs, and what it truly meant to run a business in one of the world's most secretive nations. I'm pleased to talk to Ludo today, one of the very first foreign pioneers in North Korea. He has a very interesting story to tell us. Okay, let's go. Ludo, you moved in 1988 to North Korea and stayed there until 1997.
Till beginning 97.
So in the 1990s, people outside the country only heard horrific news about the crash of the economy, the collapsed infrastructure, the famines, and the like. Did your family and friends think you were crazy for being in such a place?
Yes, of course, but most of the people, they didn't know anything about North Korea at that time. But it was all very well, very good organized when I came there.
So what brought you to Pyongyang in the first place?
To set up a factory for diamond cutting. one raw diamond dealer. He met some Koreans in Africa, and then they talk about North Korea. And in Belgium, most of the companies, they went to Thailand, Sri Lanka, Mauritius basically for the small diamonds or the labor cost. And that's why we went to have a look in Pyongyang to see how it was.
Were you surprised, amazed, or shocked by what you saw when you got there?
No, Pyongyang is it's an extremely clean city. They were very nice. We explained what we want, how many people we want to train, and it went all actually very smooth.
And in the 1990s, did you have enough food, electricity, water, and heating in the cold winters?
Okay, the first 7 years I was living in the Corrie Hotel, and there they had always electricity. In the factory, sometimes we had an electricity cut.
But just to make it clear for the viewers, you were cutting diamonds and making jewelry not for North Koreans, not for the North Korean elites.
No, it was 100% export, most to Antwerp, and then later go to other countries for watches or for jewelry.
As a market-oriented entrepreneur, did you experience a culture shock when dealing with business partners and employees who had grown up in a planned, centralized command economy and had no idea how private companies work?
For us, was no problem. We told them in the beginning how we will work, how we will train them, and they provide all the workers, mostly girls, and we train them from scratch because nobody has any experience in diamond cutting. And this also went very well. In the beginning it goes slow, but it went very well.
Did you have any private contacts? Could you go with North Koreans out for a drink after work?
Yes, but these North Koreans, they are more privileged. They are from the company you work with together. And regularly, every week we have some bulgogi, some beers. And even that time, sometime we bring them a few people to Europe for the business.
Did they talk about their families, private life, or was that
not
off
so
topic?
much.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Can you describe a typical day for you in Pyongyang? What did you do during a normal day?
No, a normal day. In the morning I go to the factory. Lunchtime I go back to the hotel for lunch. Evening I come back. And the first 2.5 years, every evening I was also busy to do quality controls in the hotel.
North Korea and South Korea, they have had an antagonistic relationship for decades. And North Korea being isolated, South Korea knows very little or knew very little about the inner workings of North Korea. So they sent some agents to Beijing because foreigners who lived in Pyongyang had to pass via the Chinese capital to go to and from North Korea. Have you also been approached by South Korean agents?
A very short time they approached me, but I find out very quickly, and they want information. But I told them I have no information for them, and in a long story short, they have to stop it.
Was the decision to move your company from Pyongyang to Hanoi based on personal, that is family, or business reasons, or both?
Both. For me, both. Actually, the company was working extremely well. Very dedicated workers, clients were very happy. But then since 1992, 4 times a year we came to Hanoi mostly. And a lot of things was going on. Vietnam started opening up. I talk all the time with some people. And then in a few years later we married, my wife pregnant, and I told her to come to close my factory in North Korea and to build a new one in Vietnam.
So you moved from North Korea to Vietnam, although your business in North Korea was very profitable.
Very good, very good.
So when you think back to your time in North Korea, what are the main memories that come to mind?
No, the main memories, we had actually for us a very good time, especially when I met my wife. We travel regularly to Beijing. I play a lot of golf there. There are some other foreigners. There you stick together. We had actually a good time there.
So nothing was missing in terms of food, electricity,
No.
heating, water?
No, actually not, but what I told you, every 2 weeks I go for a long weekend to Beijing. I bring a lot of food from Beijing also.
The Socialist Republic of Vietnam and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, the official names of Vietnam and North Korea, have had a close relationship for many decades and have many things in common. However, did you notice similarities or things that were identical, and also differences when you moved from North Korea to Vietnam?
No, Vietnam was very different. In North Korea, I never had a problem, but even I could drive my own car without guide or interpreter. It was a little bit privileged there, but when we came to Vietnam, it was all easy, no comparison.
So in Vietnam it was more challenging to be a pioneer, a business pioneer at that time?
No, this also went quite smoothly. We set up the 100% foreign investment. That time, very long, 28 years ago, but it was all possible. And then we built a factory, and it went all very smooth actually.
So you're very happy with the business here?
No, of course, and it's growing every year. Okay, the whole Vietnam is growing. It's been a lot of other investments here from foreign companies. People get more money and spending more money.
So you're producing both for the domestic market but also for export markets?
Yeah, but most is now also most is actually the local market.
So thanks to its reforms, Vietnam has developed enormously since the 1990s and has become an agricultural and an industrial powerhouse in Asia. Do you think Vietnam would be a good model for North Korea to boost its development?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I think North Korea has to resolve a lot of their own problems. But what I see here in Vietnam, it's the way what they do, and I see more and more foreign investment coming in. I'm sure Vietnam is a very good model for North Korea.
Based on your wealth of experience, what advice would you give to young people who are thinking about moving to a country like Vietnam or maybe even North Korea to start their own business?
I will advise them let North Korea wait a little bit, but definitely for Vietnam. There are still so many opportunities here, and I see every week some new people coming. End of the month we have the King and the Queen from Belgium will be here. There will be business people there, more opportunities for investments here. We have a big Belgium industrial zone in Haiphong, deep sea, and yeah, they attract more and more foreign investment.
Okay, so thank you very much, Ludo, for this interesting insight into your fascinating journey.
With pleasure.
That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share it and leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more amazing stories. See you in the next video.